The Melody of Long Jeng. The bustling city of Chiang Mai fades into the warm glow of a family home. Lu Jiaj, 35, a renowned Hmong singer, practices his next song as his children giggle in the background. His soulful voice fills the room, a reminder of his fame and the weight of his dual roles as a husband and father. A letter on his desk invites him to a Hmub New Year concert in Kung, Laos, a place of mystery and untold stories. High in the verdant mountains of Long Jeng, Laos, 22-year-old Yer Chang moves gracefully through her village, greeting neighbors and weaving flowers into her basket. Her youthful spirit shines against the backdrop of ancient ruins. Known as the Beauty of Long Jeng, Yer's pride in her heritage and zest for life hide her yearning for a world beyond her mountain home. As plane touches down in Kung, greeted by a sea of Hmong fans holding banners and flowers, Lu Jiaj steps out with a polite smile, concealing his exhaustion. The mountains surrounding Kung seem to call to him, stirring a nameless longing in his heart. He gazes at the crowd, wondering what this unfamiliar land holds. Under the warm hues of a fading sunset, Yer hums Luja's most famous song as she gathers herbs near her home. Excitement dances in her eyes at the thought of his concert. Her younger brother teases her about her enthusiasm, but Yer dreams of something deeper than a fleeting admiration. She dreams of a connection with the melodies that define her culture. A sea of lanterns illuminates the open-air stage as Lu Jiaj sings his final song. The crowd sways to his heartfelt performance, but one pair of eyes catches his attention. Yer Chang stands motionless, her gaze locked on him. For a brief moment, time slows as a silent exchange passes between them, a spark that neither fully understands, but both feel deeply. The concert ends, and Lu Jiaj greets fans backstage. Amid the crowd, Yer Chang shyly approaches him with a small journal for an autograph. Their eyes meet again, and a spark of recognition passes between them. As they exchange a few words about music and culture, her genuine passion intrigues him, leaving an impression he carries with him long after. The next morning, Luj ventures into Kung's countryside, searching for inspiration. By chance, he finds Yer guiding a group of tourists. Recognizing her immediately, he smiles, and she offers to show him Long Jeng's landmarks. Hesitant but intrigued, Luj agrees, their paths intertwining once more. The two wander through lush fields and ancient ruins. Yer's voice is filled with pride as she shares the stories of her ancestors, pointing to intricate carvings and sacred altars. Luj listens intently, his heart captivated by not only the beauty of Long Jeng, but also Yer's deep connection to it. The serenity of the moment lingers as they sit by a quiet stream, exchanging tales of their lives. As they share a meal under the shade of a banyan tree, Yer reveals her dreams of exploring the world and becoming more than what tradition dictates. Her family, however, expects her to marry soon and settle down. Luj sees himself in her longing, and her words stir a restlessness he thought he had buried. That night, Luj sits alone in his hotel room, staring at a photo of his family. He reflects on his life, his love for music, the sacrifices of fame, and his responsibilities as a husband and father. Yer's enthusiasm and dreams awaken something dormant in him, forcing him to confront the question, has he truly lived for himself? Around a campfire beneath a clear, star-filled sky, Yer sings an old Hmong folk song for Luj. Her voice carries the weight of tradition and raw emotion, reminding Luj of his roots and reigniting his love for music. As her song fades into the night, their shared silence is filled with unspoken understanding. Yer and Luj walk through the village marketplace, exchanging stories about their lives. She marvels at his tales of bustling cities and concerts, while he admires her unwavering dedication to her heritage. Their differences create a bond that neither expected but both cherish. During the Hmong New Year celebration, Yer persuades Luj to join her in a traditional dance. Laughter fills the air as they move in rhythm with the music, surrounded by the glow of lanterns and festive energy. For a brief moment, they forget their worries and simply exist in the joy of the present. As a gesture of gratitude, Luj gives Yer a necklace he treasures, a simple pendant that has traveled with him through countless performances. Yer accepts it with tears in her eyes, touched by the sentiment, but also burdened by the growing complexity of their connection. In his hotel room, Luge opens a letter from his wife. Her words radiate love and pride, reminding him of the life waiting for him in Thailand. The weight of his responsibilities crashes down, forcing him to question the path he is treading with Yer. While exploring a riverside trail, Luge and Yer are caught in a sudden downpour. They take shelter in a small hut, their laughter breaking the tension of the moment. As the rain pounds the roof, their conversation turns vulnerable. Emotions rise, and they share an intimate moment of truth, acknowledging the feelings they can't ignore. With tears in her eyes, Yer confesses her growing love for Luge, but quickly acknowledges the impossibility of their relationship. Her family's expectations and his commitments make their bond an unfulfilled dream. Luge is struck by the raw honesty of her words and the depth of her emotions. Luge, torn between his blossoming feelings for Yer and his devotion to his family, begins to distance himself. He knows their connection is powerful, yet his sense of duty holds him back. Their interactions become charged with unspoken longing. Under the cover of darkness, Luge and Yer meet at Long Jeng's ruins. They share childhood memories, dreams, and fears, seeking solace in each other's company. The ancient stones around them seem to echo the timelessness of their emotions. Whispers of Yer's time with Luge begin to spread through the village. Concerned relatives confront her, accusing her of tarnishing the family's honor. The pressure mounts, and Yer realizes the cost of their growing bond. Realizing that his presence only complicates Yer's life, Luge makes the painful decision to leave Long Jeng. At the village's edge, he says goodbye, his voice heavy with regret and affection. Yer watches him go, her heart breaking but resolute. Inspired by Luge's words and actions, Yer decides to pursue her dream of becoming a singer. She defies tradition and leaves Long Jeng, determined to carry her heritage into the world through her music. On his final night in Shenkung, Luge performs a farewell concert. His last song, The Beautiful Girl of Long Jeng, is filled with emotion, a tribute to Yer and her spirit. The audience is moved to tears, but only Yer understands the depth of its meaning. Yer becomes a celebrated singer, blending traditional Hmong music with her own unique style. In an interview, she credits a chance encounter with Luge for inspiring her to chase her dreams and embrace her identity. One quiet afternoon in Thailand, Luge hears Yer's voice on the radio. Her song speaks of courage, love, and the beauty of Long Jeng. Smiling, Luge closes his eyes, knowing that while their paths diverged, their connection left a mark that will never fade.